parts. The first part, community board, I am the chair of community board 11 Queens. The first part, carbon neutrality, we passed flying colors. The second part was very difficult, economic, because a lot of zoning was in it. People just have a problem in Eastern Queens where we live. People have a problem with the zoning portion of CDS. It's an omnibus kind of bill. You said it yourself. There were so many pieces that you didn't jive with because they didn't work for some of our communities. It's offensive in a way that that DCP would bring this. It's such a huge thing. We had, I think the first economic opportunity was 1,400 pages, and this current part 3 housing opportunity is 1,600 pages. And they come and give you a 20-minute presentation at the community board and expect you to understand what's going on here. But we know, we've fought back this kind of rezoning multiple times. It happened in the city council with Speaker Johnson. It happened at the state twice with Governor Hochul, ADUs. This is the hardest part of all because, I mean, I have so many things to say and 2 minutes doesn't really do it, but I'll just run through it as quickly as I possibly can. So CDS is obviously about dismantling the low density zoning and deregulating and upzoning it by various means. What we're seeing here today is a national movement to make cities less low density based. I say that specifically. It makes sense. If you look at Minneapolis, it's 70% single family, or it was in 2019, 70% single family. LA, 75% single family. Washington DC, pretty good, 36%. New York City is 15% single family zoning. And the whole point of the article that came out in the New York Times 2019 was to show that New York is a good model for it. Our current zoning, the 1961 rezoning, which was built by DCP's own standard in their own literature, 16 to 20 million people. In 1961, they created the zoning so we can grow to 16 to 20 million. That didn't happen. We have 8 million and we're dropping. We've dropped since 2020. We've dropped population. Now I know that we have a housing affordability crisis, and I would be the first to admit it. This doesn't address it. What it does, let's get specifics. The TOD, the transit-oriented development, Bayside train station where I live by. I live in a neighborhood, a deed restricted neighborhood of houses built in the 1920s. My neighborhood is filled with people all around the world, just like Queens. It's not exclusive. I have to say it's not exclusive Caucasian. It's Asian American, it's African American, and all of Eastern Queens is like that. I'm just going to speak for Eastern Queens, okay? Has that same thing, and I will finish, yes. So there's so many problems with this. The TOD zone would take every corner on my block, okay? Every corner would have a multifamily apartment building in it. It's only single houses right now, okay? And why should we only have 15% single family? Why do we have to crush that? Why can't they do this without attacking our Eastern Queens neighborhoods? My last point, because I know there's a time limit. I went to it was supposed to be an informational meeting and turned into a rally in Cambria Heights. There were nearly 1,000 people in the library there. It was an amazing day to see how many people, okay, and an exclusively African American community, which have over time have acquired single family housing, okay, moving from places in Brooklyn, places in Manhattan, in the 50s and 60s when it was all changing, buying houses, finally having a piece of the American dream. This takes that away from those people. It takes it away from me. It takes it away from people all across Eastern Queens. 12 or 14, or 10, 12 community boards, your folks, like me, voted against this. We didn't vote against it because we're blind or because we're ignorant. We voted against it because we know it takes away our way of life, and it's open to everybody. So please, I think you need to go even harder than and your comments were very good, but I think you need to look really closely and listen to the people like myself, the community board chairs who have all told you, and the community boards that this doesn't work for us. Please, let's say no.
Right, and I don't want to discredit people for showing up to that meeting in Cambria Heights. I live up the block. People showed up because they thought they were going to have a shelter. But that's another story to delve into the
That's
other
also
stuff.
true, yes.
And I live up the block. My son literally it's up the block.
And you have no single family of any area.
So we definitely should. Let me ask you a question on that too.
Yes.
On the TOD, so Bell Boulevard, would there be an issue in your opinion in developing 2 to 4 stories above perhaps Martha's Bakery? So if you got rid of the TOD stuff and limited to the boulevard, would that be a problem?
I can address that directly, easily. Bella Boulevard and Northern Boulevard, where they cross, okay, Northern Boulevard is R6B. There was a restaurant called Pier 25A. It was there for years. It was a 2-story, 1.5-story building. And it went out of business, it sat there forever. Then someone realized, oh my goodness, this is R6B. They're currently building a 7-story apartment building there. Whether I like that or not, our current zoning supports that. Bella Boulevard is also, I believe it's also zoned R6. Yeah, so we have so much room to grow our
So
housing.
you're saying on the boulevard it would happen anyway, correct?
I'm sorry, I don't know exactly
Okay.
Bella Boulevard. You can investigate
Okay.
it, certainly in my neighborhood, but I live 4 blocks away from that. My neighborhood it's a little piece of green space. It will be destroyed by this, as will all those blocks in Cambria Heights. When I spoke to those people, they were so upset about it, and we feel like we're being abandoned by our elected. So please, sir, do your best to work for us. Thank you.
Thank you.